Hello students, this is Manish Kumar from this side, coming in front of you people for helping you out in understanding the chapter What is Democracy, Why Democracy in Political Science for class 9. Students, we are very much familiar with the word democracy. In our day-to-day life, we always speaks and heard about democracy. But have you ever tried to understand the meaning of democracy? Have you ever tried to understand why there is a need of democracy? Why we people usually talks about democracy? Why? In this chapter, we will discuss about that. We will discuss about the meaning. We will discuss about the government and its type, and what is the role of government in the life of human beings, and when a government based on democratic principle, how it become different from another kinds of government means. We will also discuss the types of government. So nevertheless, first of all, we have to understand what we are going to discuss in this particular chapter. That in this chapter, what are the topics that we are covered? Number one, that will be the introduction. Introduction, in which we will discuss about this particular chapter's overview. Then after, we will discuss about the meaning of government and democracy and their types. Next, that we will discuss non-democratic government and its characteristics. Very important. Next, example of non-democratic government, UNO and IMF. Do you know the meaning of UNO? UNO means United Nations Organization and IMF means International Monetary Fund. Then we will discuss about the merits of democracy, demerits of democracy, and then at last we conclude. After seeing merits and demerits, we will discuss and finalize the real essence of democracy. And we will also discuss why democracy is considered the best form of the government. We were discussing about the topics that we have to discuss in this particular chapter. So first of all, we have to discuss about the introduction. Introduction means what? To know about the topic, as I have stated you, in this chapter we will discuss about the democracy, its types and its features. One more thing I would like to add over here. In the standard 9, chapter number 1 has been omitted. As per the CBSE regulation, as per the CBSE guideline, as per the syllabus of class 9, chapter number 1, democracy in the contemporary world, has been omitted. And board has suggested to start the chapter with chapter number 2, that is, what is democracy, why democracy. So over here I would like to add, even though the chapter number 1, democracy in the contemporary world, has been omitted, but to understand the concept of democracy, its importance, it is necessary to go through the chapter number 1, even though questions are not going to be asked from that particular chapter, but for our better understanding, we need to know about chapter number 1, means democracy in the contemporary world. In that particular chapter, what we will discuss? We will discuss how democracy expanded in the world. We will also examine some of the institutions, world organizations that are operating at the world level, whether they are democratic or non-democratic, means are they really functioning on the principle of democracy, or they were just going away from the democratic principles. So these things we have to remember, that we will also discuss the chapter number 1 even though it was omitted. One more thing that we have to remember, democracy is not only an idea, it is a way of life. Take one example. Even in your family, most of the occasions, whenever there is a question to take any major decision, decisions are being taken by after consensus of all the family members. Means, to finalize the final say regarding any situation, regarding any problem, all family members sit together, they present their opinion, after deliberate discussion, negotiation, they finalize what they have to do. That particular final decision is supported and accepted by all the family members. This is nothing. This is a way of democratic decisions. What we understand through this particular example means democracy rely upon the support, acceptance and consensus of the people. This is a part of life. There is nothing unique about that. In this particular chapter, we are going to just specify such kind of practices on the name of democracy. One more thing that you have to understand. Democracy is used as a form of government in political science. What is the meaning of government? We will discuss about that also. So democracy and government, these are the two basic terms that we usually use in this particular chapter again and again. So we should know about the real meaning and concept of these two particular words. Now, again moving back regarding the introduction. Introduction means to know about this particular chapter's essence. In this particular chapter, after getting the meaning of democracy, we will also examine why we should have democracy. Why? Means we will discuss why we will go for the democracy, with the democracy. If we will not go with the democracy, if we will not adopt democracy, then what will happen? So let's begin the chapter with the meaning of government and meaning of democracy and their types. So students, let's move about the meaning of government and democracy. Now let's move towards the meaning of government. Now we are going to just investigate what does government means. In our day-to-day life, we always speaks and heard the word government, government, government. In Hindi it is called Sarkar. What Sarkar? There is a movie in Hindi cinema, Sarkar. I am not talking about that Sarkar. But I am talking about the real meaning of Sarkar, means government. Actually, it is the authority. It is a political system that governs over a territory and its people. The government is responsible to make policies, programs, maintain law and order, maintain rules and regulations. This is the role of the government, and this is the meaning of the government. Students, we have discussed meaning of government. Now there are four major types of government. We have come across the meaning of government, that means an authority or a political system that is responsible to govern the people living in a particular territory, administrate those people, and also one more thing that we have to remember, this is responsible. This authority is responsible for making rules, regulation, law and order systems and all. And for well-being of the area and people, that authority is responsible. So now there are four major types of government we should know about that. These things will not available in your book. I am giving you such kind of information so that we can understand the topic easily and deeply. So first type of the government that is very much common, it is monarchy. What is monarchy? Monarchy is called Raj Tantra. Rajtantra. You know that meaning of Rajtantra? Raja ka Tantra. Rajtantra means Raja ka Tantra, means a kind of government where a king or queen rule the country. And one more thing that you have to remember, it is holding the absolute power. Means in monarchy, government is just running around the king or queen. King or queen holds the absolute power. Absolute power means monarch, or in monarchy, king or queen is unquestionable. No one can raise his or her finger or voice against the authority. Means in monarchy, a king or queen is the center of power, unquestioned, undisputed. So that we have to remember monarchy. Do you know in the modern world, can you tell me a country where monarchy is there? Yes, come on. Yes, it is England. But this monarchy is also having its different dimensions. In England, there is not absolutist monarchy. There is constitutional monarchy. I hope that you people have read about the French Revolution. Over there, you have gone through the idea of absolutist monarchy and constitutional monarchy. So we will discuss those issues also. So after monarchy, the second important form of democracy, a form of government, is aristocracy. Aristocracy. Actually, this aristocracy, this particular concept of government has been given by Plato, the Greek philosopher. And according to his idea, in original terms, aristocracy means rule by the best. Who were the best? As per Plato's thought, the government must be run by a group of philosophers, educated ones, the knowledgeable persons. But in practical, aristocracy means a group of wealthy persons, a group of landlords holds the power. They rule the country. They rule and administrate the people of that area. So aristocracy at present is defined with the rule of wealthy people or landowners. Third one, oligarchy. This means rule by the few, often means the rich. There is a difference between aristocracy and oligarchy. What is the meaning over here? It is ruled by the best. Over here, it is ruled by the few. Clearly, in this system of government, the power lies to a group of rich people. A group of rich people means power. What is the meaning of power over here? If you remember, we have discussed in chapter number 1 in political science about the features of democracy. If you remember in class 8 also, you people have read In class 9, I'm sorry, the chapter has been omitted, so you might not be knowing about the things. But in class 6 also, 7 also, 8 also, you have read about the democracy. So now just try to understand what are the basic differences between these three forms of government and the last that we are going to discuss, that is democracy. We know about the democracy, as I have said when I have given the example related to the family affairs, when decisions are being taken by all the family members. They sit together, discuss and finalize the things. Means that democracy is based upon the consensus, based upon the belief and support and acceptance of the decisions. But if you've gone through these three types of government, monarchy, aristocracy and oligarchy, what had happened? Nowhere the support and faith of common people are coming. The power is concentrated either in one hand or a group of people. These group of people were ultra rich over here. They are ultra rich. Over here also, rich people. So there is no any kind of a step where more and more people could be a part of that decision making process. Means common people do not have the authority to decide about their future. In these three forms of government, there is no role of common man. So now moving towards the core of the chapter, that is democracy. So now we are going to discuss about the democracy in detail. So let's begin about the democracy. Now, democracy. That is the core of our chapter and core of the discussion. First of all, we should know about few technical things. Democracy is made up of two words, two Greek words, demos and kratos. Demos means people and kratos means power or rule. If we combine both these words together, what we will get? We will get rule by the people. Rule by the people is the literally meaning of democracy. One more thing, interesting thing that you should remember. The father of democracy, Cleisthenes, a Greek ruler. Actually, democracy, the concept of democracy, the idea of democracy evolved, originate at first in Greece, and this was the ruler who came in power with the support of the group of people. On that time, the democracy was not such kind of democracy that we are enjoying today. But yes, the idea of democracy had just took birth, and gradually the democracy develops, grew in a multiple dimensions. Number of things has been added, such as a number of rights, number of duties, all become the part of the democracy. So now, in democracy, in nutshell, what you can say, in democracy, people is the center of power. Means people is the center of power, means will of the people, means जनता सर्वोच्च होगी, जनता की इच्छा सर्वोच्च होगी. Authority means government will obey, follow and keep the will of the people in their mind. Democracy functions on the basis of some principles. What are those principles? If you remember, chapter number 1 in history, in French Revolution, equality, liberty, fraternity are the basic principles of democracy. So, if you remember about aristocracy, what happened? Few people were having the authority, but in democracy, since it's based upon equality, fraternity, liberty. So all are equal. Equal rights are there. This is the core of democracy. So in democracy, people is supreme, will of the people is supreme, and government had to admit and accept the supremacy of the people. Now, types of democracy. According to the modern political science, modern democracy can be divided into two groups. That is, one is direct democracy and second one is indirect democracy. Now, let's begin with these two differentiation. Direct democracy, what it means direct? In direct democracy means people sit together to take डिसीजंस, यानी जनता एक साथ बैठ करके तय करती है कि किस प्रकार के नियमों की आवश्यकता है, किस प्रकार की पॉलिसीज की आवश्यकता है. मीन्स people belongs to a particular area sit together to decide the rules, regulations and developmental plans for their areas. Direct participation is there. Direct involvement is there. But whether this direct democracy is possible in nowadays? What are the limitations of this direct democracy? The foremost important limitations regarding the direct democracy, with growing population, it is very much difficult to call all the people living in a territory and sit together to discuss any issue and get the decisions. It is next to impossible. Then a new form of democracy has developed. You remember, necessity is the mother of invention. आवश्यकता आविष्कार की जननी होती है. तो जैसे जैसे हमारी जनसंख्या बढ़ने लगी, it became impossible to stick with the direct democracy. So there was a need for change, and change has been done. So now it's come indirect democracy. It is also called representative democracy or representative form of government. What is the meaning of representative? Let's take one example. Sometime your father needs to go somewhere, but due to some urgent piece of work, your father get busy in a work. So on that particular occasion, what your father usually does? Your father send you at that place behalf of himself. He sent you to represent him at that place. Means you become the representative of your father. This is called representation. So in democracy, when we are talking about indirect democracy, people choose a group of people or their representative to take decision behalf of them. Means जनता अपने प्रतिनिधि को चुनती है. ये प्रतिनिधि जनता के हित के लिए, उनकी तरक्की के लिए, उनकी बेहतरी के लिए नियमों को बनाते हैं, पॉलिसीज को बनाते हैं, अलग अलग प्रोग्राम्स को डेवलप करते हैं ताकि जनता की भलाई हो सके। तो बच्चों, क्या आपको यह समझ में आया कि डायरेक्ट और इनडायरेक्ट डेमोक्रेसी के मायने क्या है? यहां जनता स्वयं बैठ करके तय कर रही है। यह संभव है, 100, 50, 200 लोग एक साथ बैठ करके बात कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि इतने लोगों का एक समय में एक साथ बैठना वर्तमान परिदृश्य में, जब हमारी जनसंख्या इतनी बढ़ चुकी है, असंभव है। तो बदलते हुए परिवेश के साथ इस डायरेक्ट डेमोक्रेसी में कुछ परिवर्तन किए गए और वो इनडायरेक्ट डेमोक्रेसी को कहते हैं अप्रत्यक्ष प्रजातंत्र। देखिए बच्चों, डेमोक्रेसी को हिंदी में हम लोग प्रजातंत्र कहते हैं, लोकतंत्र कहते हैं। क्या मतलब है? लोकतंत्र या प्रजातंत्र, प्रजा का मतलब जनता, लोक का मतलब भी जनता, तंत्र उनका सिस्टम है जिसमें जनता सेंटर में है। तो यहां डायरेक्ट डेमोक्रेसी और इनडायरेक्ट, इनडायरेक्ट को रिप्रेजेंटेटिव डेमोक्रेसी भी कहते हैं। रिप्रेजेंटेटिव का मतलब जहां आपके प्रतिनिधि आपकी तरफ से डिसीजन मेकिंग में भाग लेते हैं, वो निर्णय करते हैं। ध्यान देंगे, वो आपके प्रतिनिधि हैं। तो ये प्रतिनिधि, ये रिप्रेजेंटेटिव कहां से आएंगे? क्या आसमान से टपकेंगे या किसी गुफा से निकल करके आएंगे और बोलेंगे मैं तुम्हारा रिप्रेजेंटेटिव हूं, मुझे रिप्रेजेंटेटिव बना दो? नहीं, देयर इज अ प्रोसेस, देयर इज अ ड्यू प्रोसेस to elect their representative. I am using the word elect. Elect. People elect their representative. तो जब हम elect करते हैं, निर्वाचन करते हैं, चुनाव करते हैं, तो यहीं से एक प्रोसेस डेवलप करती है जो इस डेमोक्रेटिक रिजीम की आत्मा है, इस अप्रत्यक्ष प्रजातंत्र की केंद्र है, और वो है इलेक्शन। क्या है वो? इलेक्शन। इलेक्शन यानी चुनाव, निर्वाचन। जनता इलेक्ट करती है अपने रिप्रेजेंटेटिव को, ये रिप्रेजेंटेटिव डिसीजन मेकिंग में भाग लेते हैं एज अ पार्ट ऑफ गवर्नमेंट। गवर्नमेंट कौन बनाएगी? ये रिप्रेजेंटेटिव, यानी डिसीजन मेकिंग किसके पास होगा? पावर रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स के पास। ये रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स कहां से आए? तो ये जनता के ही लोग हैं, जनता के बीच से आए हुए लोग हैं। ये हवा से नहीं आए, ये आसमान से उतरे हुए लोग नहीं हैं, ये जनता के ही बीच के लोग हैं, जिसे जनता ने अपने लीडर के रूप में, अपने प्रतिनिधि के रूप में चुना है। आई एम यूजिंग द वर्ड चुनाव, चुना है, इलेक्शन। रिमेंबर, इलेक्शन, दैट इज द अनदर सेंटर ऑफ डिस्कशन इन दिस पर्टिकुलर चैप्टर। तो ये चुन करके आएंगे किस प्रोसेस से? इलेक्शंस के प्रोसेस से। तो बच्चों ने आपने क्या देखा? इसके पहले जो हमने 3 अलग अलग फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट को देखा, मोनार्की को, एरिस्टोक्रेसी को और ओलिगार्की को, क्या मिला? कहीं भी जनता की इन्वॉल्वमेंट है? नहीं। मोनार्की में क्या है? राजा के बाद राजा कौन बनेगा? जनता के पास क्या अधिकार? घंटा, कुछ नहीं। डिसीजन कौन करेगा? स्वयं राजा अपने बाद अपनी विरासत किसको देके जाएगा? अपने बेटे को या अपने फैमिली मेंबर्स को। जनता केवल राजा के सामने सर झुकाएगी, जनता राजा की ऑथोरिटी पे क्वेश्चन नहीं कर सकती है। अरिस्टोक्रेसी में अगेन प्लेटो क्या कहे थे? बेस्ट वंस, फिलोसफर्स की बात, लेकिन वो बदल गया किस अर्थ में? तो वेल्दी और लैंड ओनर्स की वो ग्रुप बन गए, एरिस्टोक्रेट्स। ये अल्ट्रा रिच समाज में सबसे ज्यादा प्रतिष्ठित माने जाते हैं, और ये माने जाते हैं कि ये सबसे बेस्ट हैं, यानी उनके पास ही ज्ञान विज्ञान सब है। आम जनता कहां गई? घूमने, पिकनिक मनाने, उसका कोई रोल नहीं। और ओलिगार्की में भी हमने यही देखा, वहां भी ग्रुप ऑफ फ्यू, जनता की कोई इन्वॉल्वमेंट नहीं है। तो अल्टीमेटली व्हाट वी गॉट, इट इज द डेमोक्रेसी दैट gives authority to the hands of people to decide about their future. In democracy, decisions are being taken by elected representative. Interesting point, that is the core. In democracy, elected leaders, elected representatives are taking decisions behalf of the people. So what we get the meaning of democracy? So democracy literally is the rule of the people. And one more thing, after going through all sorts of dimensions that we have discussed, one definition you have to remember, we usually stick with that definition, and that definition has been given by American President Abraham Lincoln. What he has said, democracy, remember, democracy is the rule of the people. Please see, rule of the people, rule for the people, and rule by the people. मतलब अब्राहम लिंकन ने बात की कि डेमोक्रेसी एक ऐसी शासन व्यवस्था है जो जनता का है, जनता के लिए है और जनता के द्वारा बनाई गई सरकार है। अब समझते थे, जनता का, जनता के लिए और जनता के द्वारा। तो गौर कीजिए, व्हाट आई हैव सेड, people elect their representative and these representative run the government. तो गवर्नमेंट में कौन है? जनता के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव। रिप्रेजेंटेटिव कहां से आए? जनता के बीच से ही आए। हमने अपने में से किसी एक बंदे को चुना थ्रू द इलेक्शन। तो जनता का, ये हवा से नहीं है, ये देवदूत नहीं है, जनता का, जनता के लिए। ये गवर्नमेंट किसके लिए काम करेगी? किसकी रिप्रेजेंटेटिव है? जनता की। जनता ने चुना है, तो चुना है, उनको रिप्रेजेंट करती है, तो जनता के विल के लिए वो काम करेगी, जनता के विल के अनुसार काम करेगी, तो फॉर द पीपल। फिर वही बात हुई, जनता के द्वारा। डेफिनेटली जनता ने चुना है, जनता के द्वारा, जनता के लोग ही हैं, तो ऑफ द पीपल। सो इट इज वन ऑफ द सिंपलेस्ट एंड मीनिंगफुल डेफिनेशन that we usually gives while defining democracy to understand the meaning of democracy. Democracy is a form of government that is based on of the people, for the people and by the people. The three pillars are there in democracy: of the people, for the people and by the people. So I hope that you all understand the meaning of democracy and also the types of democracy. There are two types of democracy, direct and indirect. Now, few more things I would like to add over here, because next we are going to discuss on those issues also. Sometime you might be read, sometime you might be heard that people talking about democratic regimes and non-democratic regimes. Regimes means form of government, means government. Democratic government and non-democratic government. Democratic government means what? Democratic government means the government that are based upon the principle of democracy. Remember, we are talking about indirect democracy. We are not talking about democracy, direct democracy. Why? At present, no country in the world is having direct democracy. Earlier, it was the Switzerland. In modern world, it was the Switzerland was having the direct democracy. But over there also, nowadays, it is indirect democracy. Because as population rise, direct democracy cannot be functions practically. So, indirect democracy. तो मैंने बात कर रही थी भाई डेमोक्रेटिक गवर्नमेंट एंड नॉन डेमोक्रेटिक। तो जो गवर्नमेंट डेमोक्रेटिक प्रिंसिपल्स को फॉलो करेगी, डेमोक्रेसी के नियमों के साथ काम करेगी, यानी जनता के समर्थन से जनता के द्वारा चुनी गई हो, वो डेमोक्रेटिक गवर्नमेंट कहलाएगी। और जो सरकार जनता के द्वारा निर्वाचित नहीं होगी, नॉट इलेक्टेड बाय द पीपल, वो नॉन डेमोक्रेटिक रिजीम्स कहलाएगी। वाइडली में अगर बड़े पैमाने पर देखें तो क्या हुआ, हमने 4 फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट को डिस्कस किया। तो डेमोक्रेसी को छोड़ करके बाकी जो 3 फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट हुई, एरिस्टोक्रेसी, दूसरी एरिस्टोक्रेसी के अलावा मोनार्की और ओलिगार्की, ये तीनों क्या हो गए, नॉन डेमोक्रेटिक रिजीम्स, मींस नॉन डेमोक्रेटिक गवर्नमेंट, क्योंकि तीनों में डेमोक्रेसी के प्रिंसिपल्स को फॉलो नहीं किया गया। तो इस प्रकार से हमने ये देखा कि डेमोक्रेसी में ही केवल और केवल जनता की सहभागिता होती है। नेक्स्ट वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट दी, what was the topic that we have to cover? Next we will going to discuss about the different dimensions of democracy with examples of non-democratic regimes that become healthy for us or easy for us to understand the real concept of democracy.